produce. Oh my.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Monday. This is Brown Bag Bets, powered by BETSPERTS. We are your daily dose of quick hit handicapping and sports betting picks. As I said, happy Memorial Day, and a very special thank you to everyone that has served and is serving our country. Take a minute, everybody, and try to remember the people in your life. I'm sure there's somebody close to all of you. Try to think of them and, say thank you. Andy, how are you? How was the weekend? I see you're out in the woods. You've got an apron on, so I assume there's some meat happening.
Yeah, meat is happening. Burgers for lunch, brisket and pork for supper. We say supper up here still. I'm out in the woods. Yeah, I didn't really want to go to the office, so I'll just out in the woods. Probably be out in the woods for deep dive tonight too, if we're even sober enough for that. Haven't started drinking yet. Very proud of myself there, but I do have to handle some some grills and some cooking implements here for the time being. Later on, I can entrust it to other people. But yeah, it feels weird. It's Monday. It's been a while since we had a holiday weekend. Now you get a couple in a row. We get 4th of July. We get Labor Day. So I'll finally get used to this. I even scheduled a call for later. I'm like, yeah, my Mondays are busy. Like I took the time to schedule it around several other meetings I thought I had, and then realized like none of those exist. I could have made this call literally any time, but yeah. So it is a nice holiday weekend here. The kids, my 6-year-old's so confused about why he's not in school today. But we'll get him sorted out. And yeah. How about us?
We'll take a victory lap here, right?
Yes,
you want to go first, Mr. Coke
yes.
Rack?
Coke Rack, that was beautiful. Those were some nervy last few holes when it looked like he wanted to melt. And I loved it when the crowd did it with Tiger. I got like gnats here. The crowd did it with Tiger at the Masters when they were cheering when like Molinari went in the water. I was like, yeah, let's go. And then when this Texas crowd started cheering when Coke Rack was screwing up, because they obviously cheer for Spieth, I was like so mad. So I did want to drive down to Texas and just kind of, maybe fight. I don't know, fist fight with the gallery. But either way, we got it done. It was a nice. Yeah, when Jordan went in the water, I made a very loud sound. My kids were startled. So very exciting to get an outright. I needed it because matchups didn't do all that well. A couple other props hit. I hit my miss the cut prop went well. A couple other ones went. I had playoff plus 4-1. And I remember thinking, I'm like, do I really want that to happen? No, I don't. Like, we'll let that. I'll take the outright. So good for me on that. And yes, the Strasbourg final. Well, I don't even remember what her price was.
Let's see. Barbara Krejcikova, before the tournament, I believe she was right around 14-1. I got her. She was like minus 150, 160 in the final, cruised 2-0. I think was down a break at one point, but came back, and that was nice. I could use the outright. I think I was maybe down a unit or two on single match bets last week. So picked it all up and then some. 4th outright of the year. So we'll try to keep that going. It's nice to have a little bit of money rolling into the French Open, which a lot of CLV, not a lot of wins so far, but I'm sure they will come, Andy.
Are 2 outrights still alive?
They are.
Badosa.
Ponderoska is alive technically, but last time I checked, she was down a break early in the first set. So we'll see how that goes. But Badosa's in great shape. She's looking good. I think we'll be fine.
Okay. And I talked about this on the deep dive when we had Brett the other day. I have some Tsitsipas at 750 plus 750. I know some people had some way better numbers than that. Congrats to you. I think we're in good shape. Hopefully just makes the final. We can wiggle our way out of it there if we really need to. But I am team never hedge. That was a big discussion in the golf chat because they do have, you have live numbers, and really it's tricky with golf because it's like, oh, I have this outright and I'm worried about this other guy, but there's a 3rd or 4th or 5th golfer that is making a challenge as well. Like you could actually probably have hedged and felt pretty comfortable. Nobody was really making a true run at the top 2. Like there was a decent gap for 3rd. So I still didn't because that's the credo. That's how I live my life. So I felt good.
It's even worse there when you can't guarantee it, when there just might be some random thing. Like I understand, I'm not entirely against hedging when it's like a clear A-B situation. When you start to put stuff together like that, it's no good.
Yeah.
Stupid parlay looking.
How's the stupid parlay looking?
Stupid parlay is looking good. It was a little murky. Mertens was in trouble early, and Kvitova lost a set yesterday, but I think we're about halfway through, so we'll see.
I'm going to go over to you're going to lose me here. I'm going to go over to Twitter and do some retweeting. So you just start. What do you want? You betting any basketball? What are we doing?
We got 2 NBA games tonight. My 76ers are playing. They're big favorites. I think that they could cover a big number, but in a game they don't have to win. I'm not interested in holding the bag on that in a close late fourth quarter. But I do like the Jazz here. The Jazz are in Memphis, laying 5 points, won comfortably in last game. I think they're going to win comfortably again tonight. I'm starting to see some 5.5s. I'm starting to see some 6s. That's okay. I would draw the line at -6. At that point, maybe look at like a Jazz team total over, something like that. Maybe start to sell and look for some alt spreads. Andy trying to confuse the Nats there, everybody. And it's good to have them under these adverse conditions. We've got to give them a break today. But like the Jazz musicians again, I think they're going to continue to kind of beat up on this Memphis team that's definitely outgunned now that Donovan Mitchell's healthy. So laying the points in the late game, Andy.
Yeah, they look quite a bit different from that team we saw in game 1. Like we could say that for a couple teams, but for sure the Jazz look a lot better. And yeah, I played a little bit of Clippers last night on the recommendation. I'm kind of running hot in the NBA by no fault of my own. Just playing some sharp plays from some buddies, and yeah, it was nice. The Clippers, I think I got a 3 and a 3.5. Never ever in doubt. Really, they look good. Yeah, I'm excited. Our futures are a little murky. We need the Knicks to get their stuff together.
We need Portland to win in Denver tonight. And yeah, the Knicks are
Portland is
probably going to chalk that up as a loss. But Phoenix, that was big. We got a Phoenix win last night, Andy. So they're back to 2-2. Mr. Anthony Davis's groin is not at 100%. Not that I love talking about men's groins, but in this case, it's important.
Yeah, Anthony, if he's out the next game, I think you're in good shape, even if you want to just hedge out. But plus 190, pretty good there. My Blazers one I really want to get home though. I need that, so I'm chalking my Knicks. I took some Knicks after game 2, I believe.
You got a nice number there.
Yeah, that I might just chalk that up as a loss as well. Who knows?
But on to some golf. You got some outrights for us, Andy, don't you?
Yeah, just a couple of quick grabs. I don't know if it was Gooch 150. It was.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think who that was. I think I might have. Oh no, it was Gooch. I crossed a different guy off. You're right. No,
Grillo was the one you crossed off.
Talking out of my ass. We had some discussions this morning. So Billy Horschel 66, Patton Kazire 100-1, and Gooch 150-1. Just some quick grabs on some long shots that I like that I think should be a bit shorter. They might get shorter. This is literally up nowhere. This is up at like Bet365 and some locals. Like everybody has taken the holiday off, I guess. I'm used to getting up Monday and seeing my whole golf chat just pop with outrights. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to have to look. Is everyone just on the holiday or not doing anything? But legitimately everywhere I looked where normally outrights are up right away, they're not. So I did not bet these. I have not bet these yet. These are just, if I can get these numbers, once it's up somewhere I can bet anywhere near these, I'm going to take these 3 as some long shots. I'll get, a lot more once we get into tomorrow with approaching the green, and obviously my article when I get to Wednesday for the Memorial big tournament. Really nice course, played really, really tough last year. I don't love taking some really big long shots here, but these numbers are a little off, I think. And Christ, I'm not going to put a ton on 150-1 outright. So just some small bets outrights. I'll have some guys that can probably actually win this. These are probably guys I'm going to have some top 20s on as well. And then, approaching the green. How about it? Pam hits the first round leader. I hit the outright. We get a couple of the props home. It was a nice overall tournament. So we'll look for that tomorrow again at 8 Eastern. I'll play Muirfield and we'll try to find some more winners.
Course. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good course.
What do you think? Can you get the course record tomorrow?
I'm gonna get the course record. I don't know what it is. I got to look that one up again.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll wrap it up here. We've got some tennis picks. We are in the second day of the French Open. It's happening right now. A handful of stuff we already talked about is in play. These are some lines. I believe all of these are tomorrow. 2 money lines there. We'll start with Varvara Lepchenko. She is a favorite, -150 over Shuai Zhang. I might go in later, and I'll post something on BETSPERTS or Twitter if I do. Maybe sell some games here on her. Zhang is, I think, like 1-9 or 1-10 in her matches this year. Just been absolutely terrible. Generally not good on the surface. Lepchenko came through qualifying, has built up some form. I have this line much closer to 175, almost -180. So minus 150, minus 155. I'm going to play it straight up. You can put it in a parlay if you want. I think that's really nice. Anna Bogdan, an underdog, plus 260. This is just a half stake for me. She's playing Naomi Osaka. Looked really impressive, I thought, in her first match. Osaka really struggled. I think was really vulnerable there. Did win the match, but I think was a lot closer than it wanted to be. There's a lot of other things going on in her life around her desire and interest in answering and doing press. There's also the tournament putting some pressure on her, not only to find her, but maybe to force her out of the tournament. So while all that's going on, in a surface that she's not very good at a place she's not really had success before, happy to take Bogdan here, who I think is a little more comfortable, again, as the moneyline underdog. And then two totals. Annette Contivate's playing Victoria Golubic. We're going to go over 21 here. Draw the line at like minus 115. Don't play 21.5, but I'm pretty sure you can get 21 minus 15 or better just about everywhere. If it's 20.5, you can play it like minus 125, honestly. Just going to be a long, really competitive match here. Contivate usually works her way in slow to start tournaments. I think the first set here, 7-5, 7-6. If you're someone that likes to stack or do ladders and things like that for fun, this is a good match for that. I might be looking into a yes tiebreaker bet. Again, I'll put something like that out, but definitely like the over here. Should get at least one very long set, if not three if we're lucky, but I think there'll be two. And then Coco Gauff's playing tennis, Andy. So you know what we're going to do? We're going over 18.5. This is one of the lowest totals that she's had.
Her last opponent was the Chronic.
It's true. It's true. I think it's pronounced Krunic, though, but I like that.
Whatever.
That'll be fun. But Gauff, 18.5. I can't remember the last time I saw a total for her this low. Krunic is a high variance player. I mean, this is one of those totals where we're looking at 21, maybe 22 games, or Gauff might win this like 6-2, 6-2, and it's not even very close. So again, not going with the over 2.5 sets here, but I think over 18.5 is at least a game, if not a game and a half, too low. So really like this play quite a bit here. Going to play the Gauff over. Again, not just because they continue to win, but I continue to look at these and just see numbers that look off to me. So
take a screenshot of
great.
Yep. So I had to bet these later.
Of course, you can go back and watch, Andy, because
I could just watch it on the YouTube channel. You're right.
That's true. You go up, you hit pause, which make sure you hit a like, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube. That's what sustains Andy. That's what keeps him in aprons.
That's what keeps my life force going.
Strange locations for shooting.
Yeah, it's a nice day out today, though. Hopefully the weather's good. I've talked to a couple people who've had bad weather for the holiday weekend. We had a bunch of rain yesterday, but yeah, finally a nice day. We're going to spend some time outside. I already played some Nintendo golf this morning. I haven't even placed a bet yet. So these tennis bets of yours are going to be the first bets I place, or if golf outrights pop up for me. But like I said, more golf tomorrow, more tennis tomorrow, probably from you. There's going to be a high volume tennis week with the major going on, and hopefully we have I've mentioned this over and over and over. Like the offerings for golf have gotten so much better over the course of the last couple of years, especially from last summer. But this isn't even the Players, like a fifth major, but this is kind of a major tournament that's not a major. Like the Memorial is a big one, so hopefully we end up with quite a bit of fun props and stuff for that too. Something to look out for. And Belmont this weekend. Maybe we'll talk some horses yet too.
I think we'll definitely get some horsey people on. I'm in contact with one. Got to see if she's available, maybe to hint who it is. And if you do need more tennis picks today, folks, there's still a couple hours of tennis left. Make sure you check me out on BETSPERTS, Alex Christenson, no space. I dumped a bunch of stuff on there. You can see what's still alive, or you could go back on Friday's show, dumped a bunch of stuff there. Andy will probably have some golf picks if those start to pop up. And of course, Andy, we have to say thank you to our sponsor, WynnBET. You get that risk-free 500 bet. Is it still 1,000 in Michigan?
It's still 1,000. Michigan's out of their minds.
Woo! Love that. It's $1,000. And I mean, if you're looking for something, that Bogdan money line, you could do a lot worse than that.
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't even remember what the price was. That's why I took a screenshot.
Plus 260, so that's not too bad. Maybe just parlay that with Lipchenko. That might get you like 4 or 5 to 1. Who knows?
I have a Colorado win bet. I wonder if I can get a Michigan one too. Get another free bet. I'm not sure how that works. Andy looks like a baseball reliever. I kind of do. I got the flat belt hat too. It's an Astros. Those hats that have the area codes on them that were so ugly, and they already pulled them down off the site. I ordered one before they pulled them down. I don't think we're getting it today because probably no mail, but eventually I will have my Twins 507 and all the other area codes on here. So yeah, let's just keep this one short and get back to it. Hopefully you are all enjoying the holiday. And like Alex said,
Another good risk-free bet there on Kostyuk. She's playing Muguruza soon.
Yeah, there you go, Kostyuk.
Talk about that.
Muguruza is one you love betting against. So, all right, happy holiday weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and if you're not working, you're luckier than us. Look at us, just slaving away here, having to sit here talk about tennis in the woods.
Sports never sleeps.
No, sports never sleeps. So, thanks a lot, guys.
See you.